Hi and welcome to Knit with Hannah. Let's get the knitting out, relax a little bit and just sit there with a cup of tea, maybe light a candle and really enjoy this time and knit. But we can also think about what we would like to knit in the future. It doesn't have to be some grand plan about this is what I'm knitting every single day in 2022. We can be a lot more intuitive about it. But today we're going to do just the first step. What is it that you would like to knit? Any ideas? Just think about it. We're going to write 2 lists today. The first list is going to be what did you knit last year? Don't worry if you can't remember everything or if you don't actually have that data to hand. Remember the highlights and possibly the lowlights as well. What did you knit that you most enjoyed knitting? What did you knit that you did not enjoy knitting? What yarns did you use that you really loved knitting with? What yarns were just a bit too difficult to knit with or that really didn't match your style of knitting? And what patterns did you use? Can you remember who the designers were? Just write a list as detailed as you like or as non-detailed as you like. That's the first list you're going to write today. The second list is going to be split into 4 parts. What would you like to repeat? That might be knitting with a particular yarn or a particular pattern designer or a particular item that you've knitted. You actually like to knit that actual item again in a different colour. Or perhaps it's that you've knitted 3 hats and you'd like to knit some more for the rest of the family. The next part of the second list, what would you like to finish? Anything in your needles that you'd like to finish? Anything that you'd like to start? Maybe you've had your eye on a particular pattern and you've gone, that's sitting in my waiting list, I really want to get going with it, I haven't had a chance to even start it yet. Think about that, put that on your list. Maybe it's a pattern you're just waiting for the yarn to be there, something like that. If there's been a stock control issue and you're waiting for the right colour to come in, put that on your list so you remember it. And that's the third part of the list. And the fourth part of your list is what would you like to learn? So lots of different things to do with knitting. What would you like to repeat? What would you like to finish? What would you like to start? And fingers crossed finish as well. And also, what would you like to learn with your knitting? So that is your 2 lists and we will take more from those lists tomorrow. If you would like to take this more deeply and if you'd like to repeat this, say in 6 months' time or this time next year, and you want to go that bit deeper so you've actually got the information of all of the patterns that you'll knit in the next 6 months or 12 months, then the Knitty notebooks will really help you. So we have 4 notebooks that come with that set. It's the knitting planner, the knitting review, the knitting yarn tracker and the knitting pattern guide. So they are all part of that set and it will help you as you move forward into the next year. I know people who've used them and they found them really, really helpful for just getting in touch with what they've knitted in the past and what they want to knit next. It can be such a simple thing that you do as you're knitting, just making a few notes about the yarn, about the pattern that you've knitted. Just those few little things can really help you when you decide what you're knitting next. The beauty of doing this is that as you make notes while you're knitting, just helps embed in your mind which yarn you do want to buy and which you don't, so it saves your budget, but it also helps you stop getting quite so many works in progress that don't get finished, because you realise as time goes by what it is that you do like to knit, what works for you, which patterns work for you and what styles of knitting work for you as well. So just taking these notes and making this information available to yourself year after year after year can really, really help. So if you want to start doing that now, then those knitting notebooks are still in the shop. We have got a couple of sets in stock. We have 3 sets in stock at the moment and we will be making more at some point. Definitely worthwhile just being aware of how you knit, and what you really love knitting as well. Right, I will see you tomorrow. We will talk more about Betwixtmas Knitting. Like I said, just pull your knitting out, make a cup of tea, enjoy something. Maybe you want to watch a Christmas movie like Last Christmas or The Holiday or Die Hard, who knows. Lethal Weapon. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Happy knitting.